I'm gonna have to hardline this thing. I've got this machine on a wireless connection.
Oh, there it goes. Oh, no, I got an ad.
May take a minute. I don't know. But it's in the material, so. And I'm going to push this to the test branch instead of the live because I'd rather it be, you know, tested before we throw it up there. Yeah, I thought that was it. Huh? What? You're so ridiculous, are you? Do I need to do some purity swaps? I don't know, man. Okay, well.
Yeah, it's working now.
Well, I was talking about the sky. Why can't you guys be quiet?
Yeah. It's blue.
It should be showing. Well, if it's layered the way I think it is. Yeah. See, the static mesh is using that material, which should just probably give the horizon. So it may not show up in this setting. But then again, I'm not sure, so I'll tinker with it a little bit more and make sure we can get him out there. We put him in the clouds and do it during the day and maybe at night. Make him go across the moon. You look here. See, he's back there in the clouds. Oh, that's okay. Hold on. And see, we can put him here too. See how that works.
I think your stream froze.
It did for a second, probably.
This little like Xbox PlayStation controller, is that a player spawn?
Yes. Which is another thing I have to do is move the player spawns to RP hubs before we do the wipe. We've got to do that. Get all the player spawns, even the second. There's two types. There's primary and secondary. And the secondary are the kind when you die after you've created your character. That's where you spawn. So we need to move all those and like cluster them around the RP hubs, and then we can take the mushy system that Josh made with Pippi and start doing a starter quest line or something like that, where there's starter gear like up to steel or something like that. Give out XP and all the good fun things.
Yeah, I'm just gonna slide that one of the docks rather than one area. So people don't get stuck.
Yeah, you can move it around a little bit.
Is there I know we have broken fucking boats. Is there an actual static mesh of not broken one?
I'm building one.
I thought it would be cool to actually stick one in one of the slides down here.
Yeah, I'm going to build one for that travel spline that I'm working on, so players can actually jump on it and, you know, ride to the locations that I'm going to be using. I really need to sync my folders with this one because I don't even have that spline on here. I would have set up the GitHub, but it just doesn't work for me. I never can get it to work.
I thought it was cool. I got it to work one time, but then I won't do it again. You can actually fucking copy the whole dungeon, make you know, select it, copy it, and fucking put it somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to grab the Witch Queen asset for Strauss's little place over there. But like a lot of them are linked together, so they're need a lot bigger than I wanted.
What? Gotcha.
Was there, or do you just have to grab the asset? No, they have like the black and gold Lemurian building things.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have a floor of that? That's actually in the contents.
Yeah. Well, no. You have to. I'll show you how to do it. I'm not going to mess with this height map anyway, so I'll just do it on it. So you want to take, I'll just kind of do an example right here. So you want to find the static mesh, there's a floor piece like that. So there's a few mixed in here, and only some actually have the material applied to them, but you just kind of have to ghetto it a bit. So you make one, and what I do is I go and look in the folder where everything's located. So I'll take this guy and look here and see what kind of materials they've got. So that's the gate, that's the floor. There's one that's called gold that isn't pillar. It's just gold. I've used it on my stairs at the castle.
Gotcha. So if I do it that way, though, I have to send you that actual tile so it will load that way.
No, these are all references. Anything you do in here, as long as it's game within the content folder, and it's not something you've moved into the mod folder. Because see, the mod folder, basically Unreal has to scan the file system and say, all right, you know, this is the root, these are all the subfolders, what's in it. Because when you look at an asset, you see how it says at the part, it says path, game environment variables, blah, blah, blah. And then it shows what the parent is, all that kind of stuff. But that path is important, because if the path is wrong, and like you moved, let's say you just moved it one folder back to buildings and then sent it to me, with that reference, the reference would be wrong because it's looking in the buildings folder and not the materials folder. So that's why we get into trouble sometimes with our mod, because when we're collaborating work, if it's not within this group of folders in the exact same spot that I have it put or you have it put or something like that, it's just not going to work because it won't know where the hell it is. It's like, you know. But then it's easy enough to go in and redo the references, because even if you send me a height map with like something you've placed, I can look in the world outliner, and if you remember the name of it, I can search for it, find it, and then update the references, and it works. Oh, crap, I was sitting there talking. Forgot I didn't have a mic on. So, basically, the folder structure is what matters, right? You see how the map of the storm and everything inside of it? Let me do this, hold on. All right, so let's say I was going to make... You asked me about a statue earlier, right?
Yeah.
All right, so if you made this statue on your side and you named it Bel Toro, exactly the same, and then you didn't send it to me whenever you uploaded it, if you place it, it's going to have an existing reference on the world outliner, right? So if you send it to me and it's not in the same place on my side, and you sent me the static mesh and I just put it into that folder, it wouldn't update automatically because it wouldn't know where it is. But if I go and tell it, like go in here to the details of it, click on it like this, and then just change where it's pointing to, it'll update and it'll work. So it's just one of those things. It's all about references and locations and whatnot.
But basically, if I just make something, put it in meshes, and then take even not even the whole folder, but whatever I made, put it in the Google Drive. You can just update it on your end.
As long as I know the name and location, that's all I need to know.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's why with those animal ones, you can just go and take like 2 seconds to click the texture.
Yeah.
Seems like less work.
It is. It's a lot less work. I gotta sync these folders up before I do any more actual work on this, though. Our primary focus is going to be getting this area done, though. Like, we really need to burn this down and get it finished. Do you want to tackle the next area?
Yeah, as long as I kind of have a theme of like what we're doing, I can kind of go from there.
Okay. So let me show you what I was talking about doing earlier. Since it's just a basic geometric shape, you can do a different brush on it and like hide the entrance over here somewhere. Just got to divide it. And give it a material. See how it has that additive down. Stop it! See how it has the additive part down here? If you change it to subtractive, it'll actually poke a hole in it, so it doesn't have any physics to it in that area.
Okay.
And these are all the fun things you can turn this geometry into. Which I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I might just leave it like this. But the idea is going to be to put, this thing around it, and just add, basically add a blocking sphere around the whole thing. And then that way, people can't just go, they can't go running over there to it. Didn't show it like I wanted to.
I gotta go check something.
All right. That might be a bit much. We're fixing to get ready to go.
Is it Mommy?
Yeah.
Are we going there now?
In just a little bit, yeah.
Because it's so ugly.
Yeah, me too.
Ugly house.
Sure.
Hey, first we make handprints. Look, my mama will like it. My mommy will like it. She'll like it.
You don't think so?
Yes. Let's do it now. Daddy, look at the paint. I can reach it. Daddy,
What paint?
paint for our hands.
You want to do paint now?
Yes, I'm gonna paint some for my mom. And I'll paint some for my mom. And I'll paint some for my mama. Daddy,
Hmm.
can we paint some for my mommy? Cause we. Daddy, I'm gonna make some for mommy.
Maybe.
Hey, Daddy.
What?
Would you go get paint doll? I will get the paper. The paper.
I'm okay with this.
We have the papers. Hey, Daddy, look.
Oh yeah, that's pretty. Did Mommy draw that?
Yes, with me.
Oh, cool.
You wrote it. You. Hey, Daddy. Will you use this paper? I can paint. Daddy, can we paint now? My mommy will be really sad when she gets home. We're not clean up.
I'm back. Take off short though.
I'm looking at the this overlap here for the thing I was telling you about earlier. I hear you, Aria. Give me a second. I'm about to be done.
Get the circle thing you made.
No, that. Well, I'll show you that. Hold on. Check that out. Pretty neat.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's the material that's in the volcano when you go to dive down. That's the material for it. I was looking at this blueprint and see if there's where it's checking for, there it is, base combat. Because see what this does is anything that's basically inside of it, you can tell it to trigger another blueprint. So I've set it up here. It's a thing from the dregs, right? So my trigger box would be on top of this pillar right here. And then you tell it what to interact with. So you see how there's interactable scenes right here? You make another one of these things and tell it to basically trigger it. So you would start with like an interactable door, and based on the conditions of this box, whatever happens inside of it based on all this, it would trigger that door. So if I can tell it to listen or be aware for a player to be in it, we could actually do a sacrifice to get into one of these dungeons. Like maybe even take this sphere down or something like that. Was that kind of what we were talking about earlier?
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, that would be cool.
Pretty awesome. I'll be glad to get this place done. The new spot's going to kind of go over here, and I was thinking in between the mountains, because you're 5'4", right? Yeah. Okay.
Let's go, Dada.
Where are we going?
Outside.
What for?
So we can put this dog in jail. Okay, Daddy, let's go. Fine? Are you coming? Dada!
In a minute I am. I'm streaming right now, are you?
Alright.
I do think my problem is RAM, though. They're cool.
No. You can go.
I think Kyoki's watching. If he is, the next Sky update will be interesting.
Let's go out. Daddy, let's go out.
In a moment.
No. I want to go out now.
Yeah, there you go. There's your grove. Okay, so that's this one. So next one is going to be 555. But you see back here, Dracul? This is what I was thinking, like we should add some like villages or some kind of like, you know, some kind of settlements back here. That are having to deal with this crazy shit that's going on.
Okay, new exile. Nobody's mad. Like that. We can conflict this and give questions. And stuff.
Exactly.
Ooh, while you're right there, could you show me how to add those volumes to the water stuff?
For the
like that spot in the grove.
Oh yeah.
There's two little lakes that show me I could do, but the bigger one would be like a good example.
Come back here.
Yeah, there we go. Kyoki asked me to do that. It adds a crazy different pulse to it. There's a lot of shit you can do with materials.
Yeah, that's cool.
So right now you don't have any water volumes. All right.
So yeah, that one would be the big one.
Where are we going? Astrid, what happened? What happened? What'd you do? What'd you do? What happened? Ari, what happened? No. 1 second. We can go in a second. I'm about to be done. Alright. You see what I did?
Yes. Yes.
So I have water volumes copied into a document. I keep them all in my Notepad++. Huh? You just copy, paste it, and adjust it. That's it. You got to get all 3 of them, though. That's the thing. You just find one that you like. I use this one over here. I just copy all 3 of those lines. Okay. And you just copy, paste, put into a document, and then paste it where you want it. That's the easiest way to do water that I've found.
Now, technically, could you just select those, copy, paste it, drag it, and resize it?
Yeah. I just keep it in a Word document so I don't have to go chase it down every single time I want to do it. But this is not the live thing. I'm not working on the actual map mod. This is just our test one. So I'll actually fix all these statues and stuff. And I'm getting bugged to go outside. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off. And you're leaving, aren't you?
Yeah.
All right, cool. We'll go back over some more of this stuff later, but I'm going to start focusing hard and heavy on those areas that we were talking about.